to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. Chris Holman here, and we're coming to you remote from Kalamazoo. That's exactly right. We're down here for the Workforce Association's annual conference, and so we had the grand poobah of the Workforce Association here. And listen, this is one of the most vibrant conferences I've been at.
Yeah, we are so thrilled to be here in Kalamazoo this year for our 2025 Michigan Works Annual Conference. As you can see, the hallways are buzzing. There's great networking opportunities. The workshop content, I think, is phenomenal for this year. Not that we don't have awesome content every single year, but right now, many timely workshops and timely discussions around key topics that are facing the workforce. So we're very, very thrilled that everybody's having a great time here in Kalamazoo, networking with one another, sharing best practices, and focusing on navigating the future. What can we be doing to prepare the future of Michigan's workforce for the challenges that lie on the horizon for us?
Yeah, and you know, it's interesting because in the business sector, they're all sitting still just because there's uncertainty, and that stops progress. But you guys are planning. You're not sitting.
Right. We have to take action. We have to understand what those challenges are. Even during the keynote speech today, during the lunch session, provided a lot of unique insights and data. Even though many of those data points do paint a picture of significant challenges that we are going to be facing not only in Michigan but around the country, it does present us with that unique opportunity to take that information into those conversations with key stakeholders and elected officials to help them understand how can the workforce system help our country overcome increasing labor force participation rates, how can we ensure that we are providing clear career pathways for individuals, whether they're pursuing a post-secondary credential or a four-year degree. The workforce system is at the heart of all those activities.
Yeah. Well, you know, when you look at it, you have the head of Leo here, you know, Susan Corbin, and then Stephanie Beckworth, who was here also. It's like everybody's pulling for all the funding and for all the programs.
Yeah, we are in this together. As you know, Chris, the State House had come out with a budget about a week and a half ago that zeroed out many of the key workforce development funding that we utilize across the state for businesses and for job seekers. And so alongside Leo, but I think more importantly, alongside the business community. So working with organizations like Michigan Manufacturers Association, the Michigan Chamber of Commerce, local chambers of commerce, how can we collectively continue to advocate for workforce development funding? If we want to attract and retain more talent, if we want to increase business investment in the state, in all 83 counties, not just in the urban populations, but even in the rural areas. Again, workforce development is one of, if not the most important issue, as you know from your Future Business Index survey. And in order for us to pursue those opportunities, workforce development funding needs to be a part of that equation.
You know, the irony is the keynote speaker at breakfast was on AI, which is, I think, probably we're saying, oh, this is the savior. It's not going to be quite the savior, but it is going to plug up some gaps.
Yes, it will, absolutely. We understand that AI is going to be a critical component of job skills in the future. How critical it's going to be, I think, is uncertain. How impactful it's going to be. For us, we're taking the approach that artificial intelligence, yes, it will change the way in which we do work, but I think it's a complement to the work that we do and not necessarily a significant replacement for many of the jobs. But it's just a new unique skill set that our workers will have to be trained up on, and we are prepared to deliver that training.
Well, you know, we've employed it quite a bit at the Michigan at the Michigan Business Index, and the irony is it didn't replace anyone, but it made everyone more efficient. Right, and that's the point. In the future, we're going to have some unfilled jobs. And hoping that AI can plug in there as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and that's what the data is showing us as well, is we're going to have many unfilled positions, not just in Michigan, but nationally. We have population trends, immigration trends that are all kind of in a downward trajectory. So what are we doing to help fill those occupations and those skills? AI is going to be a key part of that for us to maintain our foot on the gas toward a resilient economy here in Michigan.
And some great awards you gave out as well. So let's talk a little bit about this conference. We've got about 2 minutes left.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. What do you get accomplished here?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that we have accomplished here is bringing together a network of like-minded individuals who are dedicated workforce development professionals, sharing best practices, networking with one another. Yes, you see many familiar faces, but you're also meeting new colleagues in spaces of workforce that you may not otherwise have an opportunity to interact with. We also have a number of great sponsors and exhibitors here in the exhibit hall today that are heavily invested in workforce development. So it's a great opportunity for our attendees to also learn more about unique innovations and technology and organizations that are supporting the work that they do each and every day.
You know, the number of booths here, this has to be near a record for
It
this.
is, yeah. We've actually oversold the number of booths this year for the exhibit space, so we're very thrilled to have.
That's why we're in the janitor's closet.
Exactly.
I
That's
wonder.
here in the janitor's closet, yeah. Being held hostage.
Don't knock over the ammonia. Well, listen, thank you for having us here as always.
Yeah.
And thanks for the great job you're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, you really have changed this organization. For
Thank
the
you.
better.
I appreciate
It's really
that, Chris.
been cool. All right. Ryan Hundt, CEO of the Michigan Works Association, and we are here for his annual conference, which, as you can see and hear, is very successful in Kalamazoo at the Radisson. We'll have more for you. I'm Chris Holman. You're watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network.